Here we have a Taurus long-barrelled revolver. 22 LR, that's long rifle cartridge. And there isn't actually a fat lot to say about it. It is quite a simple firearm. I've had this now for, I don't know, 6-7 years I suppose. And was one of the first ones I purchased. Not cheap, but we'll come on to that later. It's a 7-shot revolver, long barreled revolver, or LBR as we call them, and as you can see it's got a long barrel. Now since the handgun ban in '97 you can't have a handgun legally, of course. Well, there is a way around it, but that's another story, a legal way around it, but it's fair to say that majority of people wouldn't be in a position to have one legally, but maybe we'll discuss that, shall we say, law and technicalities at a later date. Anyway, 22LR, about as cheap shooting as you can get really these days, I suppose. Target handgun, albeit of the long barreled variety. I can't get the whole thing in the shot very well, so we'll have a look around the gun and show you what's what. I say I've had this about 6-7 years, and it was one of the first ones I bought. And after seeing a chap with one down the club, a 2.2 one just like this, I thought that looks a lot of fun, and indeed it is. It's not exactly easy to shoot for a couple of reasons. But anyway, Taurus model 980 or model 66 long barreled revolver, old 7. Now, to comply with the law, this is essentially a rifle. It has a barrel length of 12 inches, that's a minimum, and the overall length of the firearm, including the wire stock, you can just see a little bit of there, has to be 600mm or over, 2 foot in other words, in old money. Now, stainless finish, but it does get dirty quite easily, and it's quite hard to get it off, even if you do it straight away. But it's fairly easy to clean, not too hard to take apart if you have to, and there ain't a fat lot to take apart anyway. It's single and double action. So double action as it is, single, it is empty, and the double action is horrendous. You're looking at, I would say, at least £10 pull. It is horrendous, as I found today when I tried it again. Spray City on the target. Pretty easy to operate. Slide the catch forward there, open the chamber, load 7, slot them into there, close the chamber, ready to go. Once you've shot them, push on the lever there, empty them out. Simple as that. The most grubby part is indeed the front of the chamber, and it's not looking too bad at present, but you can see it's quite tarnished there. It's not long had a really good clean. They're made in Brazil, I believe from Smith & Wesson tooling, but I'm yet to find that confirmed. Got adjustable rear sight for elevation and windage. You've got a fixed foresight, and that is essentially it. The grips are quite thin. Anybody who's used to a Umarex CO2 357 Magnum, Smith & Wesson Magnum air pistol, they've got quite a chunky grip, which probably is a little bit chunkier than the norm. I do prefer that. These are quite thin, but I'll put up with them. They're not too bad. And really, that is essentially it. There isn't a lot to say about it. There's nothing fancy about it. It's just pick some ammo up, get some targets, go to the range and have a shoot. The trouble with the firearm that makes it, well, tiring really to shoot. After many years ago, having the use of a 44 Magnum version, which looks very similar, and then having my own 2.2 version for the last 6-7 years, I found that the 44 Magnum, although way heavier with it loaded, was far nicer to shoot. See, the overhang of the barrel is really like hanging a weight off the end of it. When you load the 2.2, there ain't that much weight there to counterbalance it, so your arm gets quite tired quite quickly. Couple of shots, put your arm down, relax, take another couple of shots, relax, and so on. But with the 44 Magnum, or indeed I dare say the 357 version of it, because you've got that extra weight at the back, it balances it up nice and makes it a bit more ergonomic, I suppose. Now, cost wise, I'm going back 6-7 years now, 620 quid, and it's a lot of money. It is nice to shoot in single action. It's a pleasant gun to shoot, taking into account the overhang and your arm getting tired. But they are a bit pricey. They're bound to be more than that now. And back then they were quite difficult to get hold of because they were, I suppose, in fashion in the States, and they were selling them all there. So there weren't that many about at the time. But I got this one reasonably local. But pleasant basic shooting firearm, nothing technical really. Shoot it, clean the barrel out maybe once in a while, and that's all there is to it really. The one thing, main downside, is when you come to sell them, they don't seem to sell very well second hand, and therefore you lose quite a bit of money. And obviously I can't show you shooting it, but hope you enjoy that.